I went to the theater and I saw it.
E to the
X.
M to the X.
X. The movie that's got myself and I guess other people talking. X. It's one seriously goddamn fucked up horror movie. X, starring Mia Goth and Brittany Snow and Kid Cudi, Jenny Ortega, directed by the incredible Ty West, an A24 picture. And let me tell you something. A24 is on a goddamn roll. A24 just needs to keep doing what they're doing because I don't think that they've struck out yet. X fits right in there. I had such a good time seeing this movie. No spoilers. Just came out this weekend, so no spoilers. But I'll tell you the story. X is a horror movie. Takes place in, I think, 1978. Late 70s. In Texas. Outskirts. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Yeah, gas station, van, the whole deal. But basically, it's this group of young people. And they want to make a porno movie. But they want to do a great porno movie. They want this to be the thing that makes them rich and famous. This is like Debbie Does Dallas had just become a phenomenon. And they want to do the next Debbie Does Dallas. In fact, the filmmaker, his whole thing is that he wants to make a dirty movie that's a good dirty movie, that's shot well and that's artistic and that has story behind it. And it really runs parallel to the horror movie that you're watching. A lot of people have these preconceptions of the horror genre. So it's like whenever there's one that is shot well, has a lot of good story to it, has depth, right? Has a lot of effort put into it, people go, oh, this is special. This is different. I think these comparisons could be made. So what they do is they're on the outskirts of Houston, Texas, I believe, and they go to a farmer's border house. It's like a small house on the big farm lot. And that's where they plan on spending the night and shooting the movie. The farm is owned by a very creepy old couple. And that's basically where things get rolling. Now, the two ladies that are going to star in this picture are burlesque performers. They're strippers at this strip club that the guy owns. And the role of, I believe his name is Jackson Hole. That's the character's name. Is
great porn star name.
Jackson Hole is played by Kid Cudi, who's great. Everybody, all the actors are great in this. Everybody does a really good job. And it's interesting because there is this movie. Number one, lots of sex, lots of nudity, very, very horny movie. If you like a good old-fashioned 70s, 80s horny-ass movie.
Harry Bush's.
It's not a big Harry Bush movie. You went there real quick. I mean, it's not.
That's what I think of 70s porn.
No, I know. It's not a porno movie. It's a mainstream horror movie. It's not a. They're making a porno in the movie, but this isn't the porno that we're watching. It's not porno. It's a horror movie. But the first, at least half of the movie, maybe even 2/3, is really centered around the filming of this movie. We do see a lot of the film being made. We kind of get a grasp on what the story is. We get to watch the scenes being shot. You'll like that, huh? Well,
nice.
There's a lot of it. And the sort of real slasher horror, gory stuff doesn't really get going until maybe even the last third. Definitely the second half. Maybe the last third of the movie. But once it gets going, it gets going. This is a gory ass movie. And it's really fun because once it starts, it just takes you're just fired out of a cannon and it's nonstop after that. And I love that. I love that it's got this build, and you're like, okay, I can see, there's a creepy vibe, but all you're getting is a creepy vibe. And the whole time you're trying to guess, what's going to be the twist here? How is this? Because it's a horror movie, so something's coming. And then, boom, once that first kill hits, It just starts going, kill there, kill there. And the other thing is, there's a lot of different characters in the film. All the characters are very well defined. It's not just like, group of campers, and this one's a bimbo, but this one's a brunette. It's like there are actually well-defined characters here, and every kill counts. None of the kills are just kill for kill's sake. Every kill you're actually invested in, which some people may take for granted, but that is certainly not the norm when it comes to movies like this that are kind of slasher movies. Lots of different elements pulled in from a lot of different places that I won't spoil everything of. I will tell you, number one, there's a character reveal that some people didn't see coming. I did see coming, and I thought it was great. I thought there's a lot of parallels that are made, but not only within the genre, when they're talking about making the porn and making the horror movie, but parallels between characters, that you realize that some of the characters are kind of living parallel lives, but they're at different stages of that type of life. It's really, really fun. It's really cool. It's a type of movie that I now want to go back and see again. Like there were points as it was leading up that I'm like, I hope this pays off. There were absolutely points, like to about halfway through, where I was like, okay, I really hope this pays off. Because there were moments where I was like, if this doesn't pay off, this is going to be a huge disappointment, because I've bought in quite a bit to get to this point. But to me, I felt that it really did. I felt that it really did pay off. I felt that X is actually far more in the spirit of what made Texas Chainsaw Massacre like an excellent film than the sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I felt like this was more of a spirit, in the spirit, and in that sort of spirit family of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, by like 10 miles than the remake that Netflix did, a few months ago or a few weeks ago.
It wasn't like an homage to it.
It was no. I mean, there are clearly similarities, and like the house that was picked, and some of the locations and everything. But no, it's a totally different movie. The visuals and the kind of vibe are familiar of that, but they're also familiar of a lot of movies of that era. Which I thought was I thought was great. And then, I got even more excited because post-credit scene, of course, there is a post-credit scene. Nothing better, by the way, than watching the people next to you, because I had heard. You know who I heard there was a post-credit scene from?
Yeah.
Kayla Braxton. Shout-outs to Kayla Braxton. She said there was a post-credit scene. I said, let me stick around for this post-credit scene. The people that were sitting next to me, they got up and left during the credits. You think I told them to stick around?
You never. No,
Never.
you don't
No.
do that.
No. Go. Then go. Oh, you don't want to see who made this movie? Then go.
It's a treat for me.
It's for me. You won't see it then ever. You'll read about it on the internet. You'll watch it. You'll watch me talk about it on Sam Roberts Now, but you'll never see it. And I went to see this movie at the Alamo. So it's even easier to stick around for the post-credit scene, because that's when you're like, doing your credit card stuff, figuring out how much you're going to tip and everything. You actually have things to do during the credits. But the post-credit scene is great. It's a teaser for something. And I thought that it was a teaser for something potentially. And I started Googling. And Ty West did an interview on the red carpet of the premiere of this movie. And he let the cat out of the bag that the thing that is being teased in the post-credit scene is happening. Like, it's already happened, and we're doing it, which I am out of my mind
Sequel?
for. I'll just say
Sequel?
this. Apparently, like there may be a space where there's an X franchise almost. And it's going to get complicated because this is not like a monster movie. You know what I mean? It's not like Jason can just come back and we can do infinity of them. But yeah, I found it to be very well done. And I love that, like, they took the time to shoot a real movie, to really tell some story. Like, there's stuff there to really discuss. There's a nice reveal at the end. And then also just the goriest kills you could ever hope to see.
And a little bit of nudity. That
Oh, yeah.
that one hurt.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Whole first part of the movie. Tons and tons of nudity. They
Nice.
love to have sex on camera, and they do it a lot. Ty West has been at it for a long time. Ty West did a movie called The Innkeepers. He did a couple of other movies before that as well. And he hasn't really done any movies in years. He's been working, like, directing TV episodes and stuff like that. And this one is written, directed, like, this is his thing. And I feel like this is the one where this is going to be the one that his mainstream reputation is built on. There's already plenty of Ty West fans, and there's already people that are fans of his. But this is going to be the one that the kind of bigger scale pays attention and allows him to kind of go out and do his own thing. And I mean, I honestly think he's going to end up in those, like, Ari Aster conversations now. You know, the horror auteur, as it were, which is a great thing. We need more horror auteurs.